Next one. We talked a lot about starting companies, and one of the things that's picking up a lot today are incubators and accelerators. So, in your opinion, underrated or overrated?
Dang, these are good. That's a tough one. I told you at the beginning there is no subject that I consider taboo because I will be able to artfully pivot without anybody noticing.
Just like deep dish pizza?
That said, I understand their purpose. I'll say it. Overrated. I understand their purpose, and I absolutely recognize the medium with which you can now present or engage with the other ancillary communities that are needed in your business, whether it's certain tech or marketing, PR, or most notably capital. But I of course, I get that. Starting a business is supposed to be hard. You're supposed to be naked and bare, and you should have to figure it out. And you should be early on. And this is not to say, I don't want to say something that is in conflict with something I've said previously, but in isolation, you should be thinking about your company all the time. You should be concerning yourself with the micro, because what you're doing is you're on the journey of becoming an expert. You know, especially your startup, especially if it's your first business, you've got to go through all of that, because through that process, which makes it very hard. But that's that story of, I lived in my car. I didn't, it was tough on my marriage. That was part of it, man. That was like, that's what gave you the character. So a model that creates crutches, it's the same with like degrees of mentorship. I don't like. I'm not in the position now. It's easy for me to say that now. I just beyond all of it. Not beyond just beyond on my model of comfort. But yeah, for a startup and for an entrepreneur, particularly one that can afford risk, I have adoration for any entrepreneur, but I understand the difference between a 27-year-old with no family, no kids, and the 45-year-old, 50, who has, their daughter who's starting college next year and has a mortgage, and it's different. But yeah, I'm not a big crutch. I don't endorse the crutches. Now, you could pick apart my position, and that is all the advantages that are available. So I recognize all the advantages. I just think if we're taking a startup, or we're taking an individual who's going to be their own boss, or for the first time, going to start something on their own for the first time, that journey shouldn't be aided too significantly.
There's a value that is struggle, and that is struggle is learning, and the learning is data, which will help you. If you don't get that data, you're not going to get to where you're supposed to be.
Well, and I think more to that is, by the time you're on your fifth company, this is just an example, if that first one, you were everything. You were the CEO, the COO, the CFO, the CMO. Like you were the janitor. Alphabet. Yeah, you were everything. Now you know everything. Not I shouldn't say that. Not that you know it, but you've been exposed to it. Whereas if you're surrounded by the community that gap fills, I don't know. I mean, it isn't illogical to suggest that you don't have the same journey and experience.